Hey everyone, it's Robb from Ready to Roll, and you're here for another edition of this month's minis in selfie mode, apparently. We're going to take a look at what I got built and painted in the month of October, what I have coming up here in November, and through the rest of the year, kind of what I'm looking forward to. So let's get going. Alright, so let's take a look at what I got built and painted. Nothing painted, but I did get some things built. So first up, I have Hrothgorn's Man Trappers here. So you can see the 3 Noblar, Trap, the Frost Saber, and Hrothgorn himself. Yeah, looking forward to using them in my Ugramaw Tribe's army. I don't really use a Hunter too much, but I do like that he kind of comes paired with the 3 Noblar and the Saber, Frost Saber as their own unit, so it's kind of a 3-in-1 drop, or actually I think it counts as 3 drops or 2 drops, whatever. And being able to just, put the trap on a pesky piece of terrain, always good, especially I think against Sylvaneth with that initial wild one they put down. From there, I built the new Mario Kart ATV. I built it so that way you can kind of change out the weapon pretty interchangeably. There's a few things I didn't glue down on this model just because they were, press fit for the most part, I think they were. But I have it so I can pop this gun off and put it back on. And I think his arms pop off, actually, to kind of help facilitate that. And the Chaplain, I went with the mask skull version as opposed to the helmetless version. Really cool. Love having a Chaplain on bike. Both of these are going to be my white scars, so, gotta have speed, and more speed. And then lastly, looming in the background, Gargants. I already have 2 other Gargants, so you'll see them in the what I have coming up pile. But, I have 2 Man Crushers here, I have 2 more, and this big guy, and I already played a game, 1,250 points. Each Man Crusher was its own unit, plus the War Stomper as a general, and it was a victory against Nurgle. So I'm kind of trying to keep each of the small guys themed. So this guy right here, you can see he has kind of a cage, he has the body and a thing, he has the ore from the Kraken, he's holding the tentacle from the Kraken Eater kit. He has a peg leg, so he's kind of nautical themed. This guy is kind of like a mini War Stomper. Just lots of shields and plate metal. I have a couple arrows sticking out of his armor. He's got a big club. It's all tied together. Just fairly standard. Which I think the War Stomper is fairly standard. Love the model though. Mega Kit model is absolutely awesome, but he has the arrow sticking out of him. He has a giant club, tons of makeshift armor, just lots of other cool little details on him. Took me, not too long to build, considering the size of him. And it was actually a really enjoyable build. Don't know when I'm going to get a second Mega Gargant. Definitely looking forward to getting another one, and eventually I probably want to have 1 of each and 6 Man Crushers, so I'm going to have to get 2 more Man Crushers. And then that's basically the army. I'm not a competitive player, so I definitely don't need more than 1 of each Mega, no matter what I'm doing. And that's what I got done. And this is what I have coming up. We'll work left to right. So I started painting one of the Man Crushers. You can see parts of them are still unpainted. Going kind of slow. Trying out some new techniques. Trying to give him kind of a pale blue skin tone. Working on some different shading techniques that doesn't just relying on washes, but actually kind of painting out and getting thinner and thinner between the paint color, the shadow color, and the skin color. Not going super well for me. Definitely have some work to do, but I think for this army, it's worth, pushing myself and getting a little bit better. But overall, a lot of the colors on this model are starting to come together, and hoping to have him done by the end of the month. Then I've got these storm cloaks, painted up mostly with contrast. Things are basically all done except for Thrace Pierced here. I got some more colors to do on him and I have basings, and I might have a little bit of cleanup to do on the rest of the crew. Then I have my second Man Crusher Gargant. You can see I did a Zenithal on him. I actually did a Zenithal on the other one there too, and it just did not matter when it came out, when I was painting over it. The Zenithal just really didn't matter. That's why the rest of them are painted just in the uniform gray that I used as the highlight color. So yeah, this is actually the Chaos Gargant from A Beast of Chaos. It's still perfectly usable in Sons of Behemoth. So he's got a bunch of cows and goats and etc. on him. So he's going to be the second Man Crusher to get painted up, most likely. Then I have the Imperials. Got good old Hadvar, got an Imperial Mage, and 3 Imperial Soldiers. And then this guy may have been around in the last month's video. I have not touched him. He's the final endless spell that I need to paint for my Oziark Bone Reapers. And just this cape, I need to turn all the red flame back into white so I can try to paint it blue. And I don't know how it's going to come out, so I've been kind of intimidated. And also I've been a bit distracted with Gargants. But he's mostly contrast as well, so we'll see exactly how that turns up. But this is what's kind of on the short list of what I'm working on. And yeah, that's kind of what I have on the short list. Alright, so that's what I got built and painted in October and what I have coming up in November. But let's talk about through the rest of the year. Year to date, I've built 116 models and I've painted 63. My goal at the beginning of the year was a little bit closer to getting specific projects done. I wanted to get all of my ogres done, was one of them. I wanted to get a certain amount of points of 40k. Those are not necessarily obtainable for me, so what I would like to do is my final goal is see if I can't get to 100 painted models. You know, count small models in there if I absolutely have to. But I think it's doable. You know, 63, you'll see the 3 or the 5 Stormcloaks, you know, they're just about done. I think the 5 Imperials will be done. They'll pump me up to 73 pretty quickly. And then that gives me, you know, let's say a month and a half to do 27. I think I can do it, right? If maybe I paint some Noblar, maybe I paint a few more Ogres. I'm probably not going to work on too many Gargants, or if I do, they probably won't be done by the end of the year. But that's my plan going forward, and I hope I hit that 100. And I hope whatever painting goals you have going into the last 2 months of the year, you hit as well. Definitely share them in the comments below and follow along on social media. And, you know, be sure to post them to Instagram, because I know getting that feedback on Instagram, you know, even just seeing how many likes is definitely a good hit of dopamine when it comes. So everyone, stay safe, stay happy. I've been Robb from Ready to Roll, and until next time, stay awesome.